So, we're going to talk about how we met. And this is like kind of a secret history in a way because I don't know if you remember this or know this. So, there was a guy you were dating who worked at a grocery store that we both worked at, which won't be named. But basically, you worked in the bakery, and you guys were dating, and he came up to me randomly because we were co-workers in another department, and he was like, so I got this girlfriend, and she wants to get into writing, and she really likes fantasy. Do you have any recommendations? And so I gave him all these books, and I gave him The Last Unicorn, I gave him Tales of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin, I gave him The War on Art also, like all of them. And so like you and I were connected without like ever knowing each other for almost 2 years.
Yeah, we never really saw each other's face. I didn't really know who you were. But then you also started working in the bakery, and that's when I was like, oh, I have like all of your books. Did you like want those back? I'll return them to you. And then we became friends through reading books. And then when you started working at the Illuminations of the Fantastic Literary Magazine, you asked me to do some cover artwork for some of the publications, which led to me doing some actual published short stories.
Right, because when I first met you, you were going to school for graphic design.
Yeah, I was getting my bachelor's degree in graphic communications at Belmont University. So, and I was working full-time in a bakery, so it was just a full schedule.
You were living your best life.
I was living a stressful life, but it led me to a really good place.
So that's something that I always found really fascinating about you as a writer, is you're always studying human history, cultural history. You, in a lot of ways, are an anthropologist.
I'm fascinated by people.
Right, anthropology. So whenever we talk about her as a writer or whatever she's working on, it always starts with, I'm reading a book about this culture and how they did this.
Yes.
And then you also bring in your love for hard science.
My hard science, yes.
Talk about your hard science.
Well, before I was getting my degree in graphic design, I had applied for a university to study astrophysics. Just like... As one does in there. But, I hate math. So that was really the reason why I dropped out of that degree.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Artist hates math.
Artist hates math. And that's why I chose to pursue artwork, is because that's something that's always been a part of my life.
Right.
And something that I felt like I had a natural talent for.
Right.
And I wanted to develop that into a skill.
But you still do love the hard science.
I still love science. I love scientific theory.
Okay. You like the idea of, like, a real artist. I like the idea of it. I don't know necessarily.
I don't like applying it to things,
oh, no.
though. But I find it interesting, and I like to stay up to date on things that, like, NASA's doing. SNASA. Or, like, something that could even be in a different scientific field, like microbiology or marine biology. The dolphins. It's okay. But yeah, that's what I'm inspired by.
So when you are writing...
When I am writing...
How do you apply hard science with the study of cultures within history? How do you marry the two of those? How do you blend?
That's a good question. I don't know myself sometimes.
Okay.
But I don't know. I've always found foreign cultures, or even my own culture, to be really interesting. Like just how humans as a species have evolved in all these different areas of the world, and how we each have something in common, but then there are some things that are very different. Mm-hmm. So when you're writing a fantasy, or I like to write science fiction, it's more believable if there is an established pattern.
Okay.
So like cultural things that are sprinkled throughout the book that aren't necessarily driving the plot,
Right.
but add that deeper level into the storytelling that makes it feel like you're immersed into a world.
Okay, so you're very into the culture of the world.
Yes, I love world building, and that's my primary focus when I'm writing a story. Is I want people to take a peek inside of my thoughts and feelings about life and this world I've created, like their habits and their rituals and their perspective on life.
So you've written for, when I was still editor for the Illuminations of the Fantastic magazine, literary magazine.
You know.
So what was the process like for you, like learning about editing? Because like, yes, you're a writer and you hate math and you love culture and hard science.
Yes.
What's editing like to you? Like, what did you learn going through an editing process?
Oh, I thought it was really helpful. And I actually loved it. I love the editing process because I feel like when you're writing, you get too absorbed with what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're too close to it. It's really difficult to take a step back and analyze it.
Yes.
So, like, giving my short stories to you or any of the other editors at the magazine, it felt like getting a second opinion of just like, if I wrote this, I meant it to come across that way.
Right.
Is that how that felt?
Right. I think it comes back to humility. Like when you said earlier, with being an artist, you have to be humble. I think that
It's all about humility. It's also about, you know, the difference between criticism and critique.
very, very different.
Very,
very
different.
Very different.
It's very important to find an editor that will critique you but won't criticize you. You know, there's a level of shame about like, oh, I wrote this wrong or I forgot a comma. You know, when you're sharing that part of yourself, it can be a bit embarrassing. So you want to be in safe hands, but you also want to be with people that are objective.
Yes.
And non-biased.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Kenny, thank you so much for coming on to my Substack and saying hello to the people watching.
Yeah, thanks for having me. He is there. Look at him.
Bagel!